Okay, good morning, all of you. Unit number 4, Introduction to Basic Departments in Industrial Organization. So, this is the syllabus of unit number 4. It takes 3 hours to complete. Very less syllabus is there. Just this syllabus includes only few departments like production department, operation management, then marketing management, financial management, its role, nature, and function, right? So only three departments you can say: production, financial, and marketing department. So the only three departments are there. So it will take 3 hours to complete this particular unit. 1 hour, one department we are going to complete. Okay. So textbooks, once again I'm telling, for this particular unit you can refer the Essentials of Management by Kuntz, varies by TMH, right? So good book, textbook you can refer to prepare regarding all details of your production, marketing, and financial management. So previous old syllabus, if you see, there are so many contents added here, but recently from last 2 years, this is the content, right? So they have reduced much more syllabus from this particular unit, and only three departments they have kept. So very interesting department this particular chapter have included. So let us discuss one by one. uh, then some of the MCQs important for you people, which are asked in previous examination and for your assignment also. And please note this question. Right, what are the functions of marketing department? Explain distribution and selling for domestic and industrial goods. So here it is expected that you should explain what various functions of marketing department, what marketing department does. Maybe 4 marks weightage will be there, and there later on in same question you have to explain the distribution and selling. So what is the meaning of distribution selling in industrial as well as domestic goods? So that explanation you have to give for 4 mark, right? For IC you can mark this question IMP. Then explain the functions of production department. So similarly, like marketing department, you have explained functions. So same thing. What is the function of production department? What production department does? So that explanation is expected here. Then third question is there. Explain the functions of financial department. Okay. So similarly, what financial department does? You have to explain 7 8 functions for 8 mark, and for second question also 8 mark weightage will be there. Okay. So this will be your assignment questions. You can say important for your IC also, right? Then next part is there about the title of chapter. So let us discuss here also uh, departments and organizations. So in this particular title, these two words are very important. So, but basic name of our chapter is Introduction to Basic Departments in Industrial Organization. Just it, you can say all department study is not included here. So, what they are expecting, they are expecting like only introduction. Okay. So, still we are going to discuss in detail what are those departments. Three departments are there in syllabus, but even though it is introduction, we are going to see and we are going to imagine what is happening there. So, in detail, we are going to see. So in this particular title, if you see, only two words are very, very important. That is departments and organization. Friend, department is one of the section into which an organization is divided. It is very simple meaning. So if I ask anybody or if you get any question in the interview, like what is department? Department is one of the section into which organization is divided. Very simple definition, right? So I hope you got the simple meaning of the department. So example, you can say, let us take our example of our college, right? So our it is organization, right? And there various departments are there. For example, mechanical, civil, IT, computer, right? Electrical, electronics. So these are the departments, right? So organization is divided into various sections, right? And depending on function, generally it is divided, right? So further we are going to discuss, but at the beginning, you can understand that it is the section. Department is the section, one section, you can say. Department is one section uh, into which an organization is divided. So if you club various departments, then there will be a one organization, right? How it is simple getting. So another definition is also there. Department is a division of the government responsible for a particular subject or ministry. So in government also same thing. So let it be school, let it be government, let it be business, right? So everywhere these sections are there. For particular function, they have divided it, right? So sections are divided. Organization is divided into sections. So in government there is no organization, but here departments are there. So you can say even ministry, right? So one ministry is one section. So you can say there is a department. Even in business you can say, for example, one department is having role of production, we you name it as a production department, or somebody is doing marketing department, who is somebody is handling finance, so we say financial department, right? Somebody is recruiting people, we say HR department, so like that. So organization is divided, right, into sections. So that is nothing but the department. I hope you got the clear cut idea what is the meaning of department. Sometimes so very simple questions are there, but sometimes we confuse what is department. मग आपल्याला imagine होता हा mechanical department आहे. But what is department if we want to explain in few words? So this is the appropriate definition you can say. Right, once again I'm telling, department is one of the section into which organization is divided. Let's take the example of school, business, colleges, government, right? Or any of the organization, commercial, IT sector, take any example. So and for specific purpose they are dividing, right? Based on certain purpose they are dividing, and that process is called as a departmentation. So in coming bits we are going to discuss that what is the meaning of departmentation, all this. Okay, so now second word is there important organization. Here also somebody will say group of department is a organization, right? In opposite way, right? So it is true. That definition is also true. But another definition I want to tell: organization is a group of people who form a business together in order to achieve a particular aim. Now, I hope everybody got the clear idea of organization. Somebody can say a group of or a combination of various department is the organization. It is also true, or in another way, you can remember in this way. Organization is a group of people who form a business, maybe club, etc., together in order to achieve the particular aim. So remember, in an organization, there is a particular aim, right? So organization is having, every organization has certain aim, they have certain vision, right? So to achieve that goal, there is a group of people, and those who form the business or club together, and they achieve their certain goal which they have. So that is the organization, right? So I hope this two words as a title of chapter I have explained very clearly, as I feel these are the important. So let us discuss again uh, central idea of this chapter. So in one sentence I can tell, so this particular unit deals with various departments in the organization, its function and role. Various departments, so many departments are there in industry, but as our syllabus they have included only financial, marketing, production department. Okay, so these departments function and role we have to understand through this particular chapter, that you can say is the central idea of this particular chapter. Then why this chapter is important? It is very important question, you can say. Why departments are important? Friends, department can work more like well-oiled machine, focusing time and energy on the productive task. So why departments are made? Because they have given certain task, right? Certain productive task. Everybody is having certain productive task, and the based on that productive task, they name also like marketing department, financial department, production department, and so on, right? And as you are separate department, you need to focus on time and even energy. And people give analogy like well-oiled machine, right? So well-oiled machine is very you can say productive, right? So there is no friction, so very smoothly things are happening. So that's why that phrase is given here, well-oiled machine. So this analogy is very simple to understand why departments are important in the organization. Also, it provides a roadmap for internal promotion, allowing companies to create employee advancement track for entry level workers. Friends, this your department help, and it gives roadmap also. It gives guideline for internal promotion. Maybe it also creates advancement of employees track, right? Especially for entry level employees, right? So this is one of the important part. Beyond that, also few important thing is there for you people. For example, um, it is basically important for engineers, because they have to work in a various department as and when required. As you know, whenever required, you people have to switch the departments. Whenever need arises, you people may have to move from the production department to quality department. Don't know, it may required. So at least you should know, oh, how many departments are there, right? How they work, right? At least introduction should be there. As a engineer, you should know how many departments are there, and it will help you people that you will select appropriate department. Yes, this is a marketing department. I can do marketing of this automobile very nicely, as I am mechanical engineer, and you will choose marketing department even though you are engineer. So many time after doing MBA, people choose the marketing department. Sometimes people choose the financial department. Sometimes people choose the production department, right? So it is possible, but you should know how many departments are there and what is the role exactly, and you will feel for which role I am suitable, and then you will choose appropriate department and you will carry on, right? So this is the basic important of this particular chapter. So listen carefully, how many departments are there and why it is important for you. So you can see another thing that this particular chapter is linked to CO number ME 422.3. And what is that? Break down the function of various basic departments in the organization. So at the end of this chapter, what you will do? You will break down the function of various basic departments in the organization. So whatever basic departments are there, you will break down, means you will segregate the functions. What department is having what kind of function. So that kind of breakdown you can do, and you can segregate the various functions of departments in the organization. So that will be the outcome of this particular unit. So now let us start our bit by bit discussion. And first bit is their production and operation management. So let us see first production simultaneously operation, because they are very closely linked. That's why in syllabus also they have mentioned production and operation management. So both are very closely related. So simultaneously we will have discussion on it. So let us discuss definitions of production and operation. So very well known to everybody this particular definition, very basic definition. But as a part of this particular unit, let us discuss. So friends, production involves step by step conversion of one form of material into another through chemical or mechanical process to create or enhance the utility of the product or service. So it is a little feel lengthy definition, but in short, I want to tell production is nothing but conversion of raw material into finished product. And how it is converted through finished product, maybe chemical process or mechanical process. And why it is done? To enhance the utility of the product or use of the product, you can say. So for example, if I put raw material, maybe wood in front of you, this is raw material. You should do process on that particular raw material. Otherwise, you will not get final or finished product, or its utility cannot be enhanced. If I just put the raw plywood in front of you, unless and until you process something, there is no use of that, right? If I put cast iron in front of you, until and unless you do some process on it, there is no use of that, right? But if you process, maybe chemical or through mechanical process, you can enhance its utility, and that you can say it is a product. And that process of conversion from raw material to finished product is a production, right? So that definition is everybody knowing, just I'm refreshing. Also, this according to es Bupa, what he's explained, he explained like production is the process by which goods and services are created. In very simple way he has defined. So production, we know, conversion of raw material into finished product through certain process, and we increase the utility of it. But according to Bupa, production is a process by which goods and services are created. Just he told like, or he explained creation of the things. So earlier definition and this definition are very closely related, and it is true. So its meaning is also same, like conversion of raw material into finished product. Now what is the operation? Operation, in production there are different activities involved. By doing this activity, we can convert raw material into finished product. And what are those different activities? You can say it is operation. Now I hope you understood this concept of operation. In production, operator has to do various process or various different activity, you can say. And that activity, you can say different activities, these are the operations. So example, you can say raw material. So basic flow diagram of this production is from raw material. Second step is a processing, and last step is a service or goods. I have given example of wood. So if you consider wood as a raw material, if you will make mechanical process on it, you will get chair, table, right, and whatnot, doors, windows, and you will get so many products. So now I hope you understood the definition of production through this block diagram also, and you understood the operation. So this processing, what you are doing, that is operation. Now I hope everybody got the clear idea as the introduction part of this particular bit. Then next one is that according to Bupa, again, he explained production management in detail. So we have seen production, the concept of production and operation, but we are interested in the production department and production management. So according to Bupa, yes, Bupa, he told like production management deals with decision making related to production process, so that the resulting goods or services is produced according to the specification in the amount by scheduled demand and at the minimum cost. So that is the production management. So now in production management, according to Bupa, he has included very important keywords. So his opinion is that production management is the decision making. What kind of decision making? Related to production process. And why this decision making should be there? For resulting goods and services. Yes, you can produce goods and services, but according to specification, what customer is demanding. Specification is always given by customers, right? So whether according to customer it is happening in the amount, whatever cost you have, that person has told, within that cost, can you produce it? Also by schedule demand, right? So as per the when he's expecting his that product should be dispatched at specially minimum cost. Yes, customer asked within specific amount, but within minimum cost, and definitely according to specification, means quality here quality is not compromised. So that is a production management, right? So production management involves decision making related to production process. Why that decision making should be there? Goods and services should be produced, and specially according to the specification, according to the customer requirement, आणि विदिन कॉस्ट ते झालं पाहिजे, आणि त्यांनी डिमांड केली त्यावेळेस ते मिळलं पाहिजे. And that overall concept is called as a production management, according to ES Bupa. Getting? So I hope you got the concept. Very simple concept. So production management means art. Okay. So anything anybody want to ask related to production management? Have you understood the concept? What I have told, like production, operation, production management. Should we proceed, or you have certain question? Anything you want to ask? Should we proceed? Yes. Should we proceed? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We'll proceed. So now, small question, very general question to you people. You know types of production. So can somebody tell me what is the mass production, or batch production, or job production? You tell any which you know. Yes, somebody can put in chat box like what is the mass production, batch production, because it comes under the production management. Production management involves this kind of you should know types of manage this production, so that you can do effective production management, right? So most of the people are going to join in the production shop because there is a huge demand, you know. Most of the people join on a production shop or shop floor, you can say. And production management is very important for you people, because at the beginning you have to work on the shop floor. Yes, please put in chat box, everybody. Few questions are very simple from my side, but these are the essential thing. So Swami Sammal, mass production means continuous production. Okay, mass production is a continuous production. Mass production means huge production. Okay, good. So batch production, can somebody elaborate? You are true. So that's why I asked a very simple question, not complicated question. So somebody can put in chat box, what is the batch production? Intentionally, I have added this point for discussion here, because on shop floor, if you know type of production, then you can do effective production management. Okay, so batch production means batch wise production is limited. Okay, good. Anybody else? Anybody else? As you are attending lecture, just participate, like few people are participating continuously. So have a discussion, right? So continuously I'm talking for 1 hours, and you people are just a listener. Take participation in discussion. That way our subject is very simple and there is a huge scope for discussion. Yes, anybody? And job production? Yes, somebody put in chat box, what is job production? At this stage, you people should able to explain these three things, right? Yes, somebody please put job production. Yes, I'm waiting answer from somebody. Hello, anybody? Can you listen me at least? Gaurav, can you elaborate job production? Yes, remaining people also please participate in a previous lecture, previous subject especially. You have participated a lot, but I don't think in which activity you are busy. You people are not participating. I am not happy with this. Okay, now people started putting like mass production, huge production, batch production is limited. That you have told Gaurav is telling products are made in batches, less number of product. Exactly. Pratikesh is also told batch production is a method of manufacturing where the products are made as specified group or amounts within a time frame. Okay. Job production is suitable for large product in low quantity. Yes. Yes. Pratikesh again, job production consists of operator or group of operator to work on a single job and complete it before proceeding to the next similar or different job. So all people have same meaning. So mass production, continuous production, you can say batch production with limited quantity, batch wise production is there. Job production, you can say single job or single quantity, you can say, or very less limited or in number you can say very less. Okay, so just I am telling this concept is everybody knowing, but why I want to relate this particular type of production with production management, because friends listen, if you want to make the production management, first you should understand how much production you want to do, and then your production management starts. So you should know customer is asking for mass production, customer is asking for batch production or job production, and then your production management starts, and there onwards you have to think like how much thing should be involved in that. So let us see what production management includes, or you can say functions of production or operation management. So this production, if you understand which kind of production you want to do, right, out of three, then you have to understand, or you have to start thinking on long term decision or short term decision. So now logically you can say if there are there is a mass production, then you should always think for or you should take long term decisions, as it is a continuous production, right? So you can take long term decisions, and if very or you job production or batch production is there, then you have to think for the short term decisions logically. But again, in that long term decision and short term decision, various activities involved, like for example product selection. Forget about this now management part, but what activities are involved in long term decision and short term decision, that we are going to discuss now. So in long term decision, you have to think about the product selection and its design. So which product you want to select, whether it is a continuous production, what is its design. Then you have to select the process, which kind of process you will use to produce that product. Then you need to prepare the planning, even though you have to select at which plant you have to produce that. Then what will be the plant layout for that, how you will handle the material, what is the capacity for handling, what is the capacity of that particular plant, right? So that kind of planning is involved in a long term decision. While production management, as a production manager, you have to think this long term decision. right? So maybe for 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, that kind of decision, and you have to understand these activities. You have to plan that, right? Even short term decisions also you need to take, like maybe especially for the job production, you have to prepare the production planning. You have to control the production, right? Maybe you have to check the routine, you have to prepare the scheduling, you have to prepare and understand the loading, or how you will dispatch product. You need to take the follow up of your customer, even though inspection and follow up in the organization whether it is a product is produced or not. Then you need to inspect, means you have to check the quality of your product. Even you have to control the inventory. So how much, unless importance of inventory in a previous chapter we have seen as content behind. So inventory control is very essential. As a production manager you have to look into that also. Then you have to understand method study also, you have to consider maintenance also, you have to think about the cost control, you have to think about the cost reduction. So many activities are involved in this short term decision. Just I have given few examples, but understand friend, depending on type of production you have to take long term decision as well as short term decisions, and it involves various activities, and it is a function as a production manager and as a production department in which you are working. There you have to perform these activities, right? Then exact role, I want to tell you people, because it's your role. Most of the people will join the production department, and as there is a huge demand also, and so much manpower is required at that particular place compared to design and all this. Okay, so what is your role? So you understand it is your role. I am telling it as a responsibility and role of production manager, but I am understanding you are the manager, and what you have to do, listen. First one is that you have to forecast the demand of the product in consultation with the sales or marketing department. Very important. Forecasting म्हणजे अंदाज वगैरे घेणं म्हणतो आपण. So you have to forecast the demand of product, and whom you have to consult, whom you have to contact. You have to contact sales and marketing department. And what input you have to take from them? You have to understand what customer is demanding nowadays, what is the trend in market, what customer giving feedback, kind of feedback customers are giving, whether people are demanding, is there any alternative available in market, what kind of change we can make. Such kind of consultation you have to do with marketing department, and you have to forecast the demand, and then you have to start production. It is very very important role of manager. Unnecessarily if you produce the product and if you just store in the things, that product in your store department, right? Or you are putting a product in a go down just, so you are making the loss of organization, that you have to understand. But if you forecast the demand exactly, obviously it's your role as a manager, you have to forecast, and that's why people are paying you, right? Huge amount of salary. Why people are giving? Because you are making profit to organization, not a loss. Getting? So forecasting the demand of the things, products, let it be service or let it be product. And you people may think like, yes, it is very complicated. If marketing department gives me wrong information, then should I make responsible to marketing department? No, you are the responsible in this case. You are just consulting with that department, you are taking help of that department for your decision making, for your forecasting, right? So you should not make responsible other department. You have to forecast, just you can take help of other departments, right? And you have to understand the trends, you have to understand not only that department, you have to understand the trends from various databases. Maybe you can say newspaper, newses, right? ह्या गोष्टी अभ्यास केल्या पाहिजेत. Now you can say people from few days that lockdown things are there. So that production manager thought like, now there may be the issues, we should have less production, and they started forecasting. Especially share market people, so giving the services to shareholders, right? Those who are purchasing shares and share marketing, they have very strong forecasting. Whom they are consulting? They are not having anybody to consult, but they have their own observations. So they consult with outside data, reports, maybe brochures, maybe template, जो काय data available आहे, even the newspaper, and some of the government policies also. So that they people study and they forecast demand. And then they consult, they give benefits to you, right? In share marketing also. So in short, I want to tell you people, as a production manager, your role is to forecast, and according to, you have to produce, forecast the demand and then produce. I hope you understood this major role which you have to understand in the organization. And if your forecasting is wrong or your decision is wrong, definitely you will put your organization in a trouble. Second role of you people is to forecast the requirement of man, machine, material. Same thing. Here it is expected in first forecasting demand of product, and in second thing you have to forecast the requirement of man, machine, material. So first forecasting is related to second forecasting. Here, that forecasting of man, machine, money, right? So manager has to understand forecasting of demand of product, and then that person will recruit the people. How much production you want to do, depending on that manpower you will recruit. You will purchase raw material, you will make the maintenance of machineries, or you can purchase the new machineries. Even you have working capital with additional working capital with you, right? So it is your role. It's not a role like order alin chala banwa. So you have to forecast this thing also, right? If you recruit unnecessary manpower, then you have to pay unnecessary. Or if there is a slack of people are not available, how will produce? So in short, these two forecastings are very very important. You have to take the judgment, and you have to recruit the people and start production according to the demand. Then to maintain the quality of product, it should not be like that person. People are demanding huge, marketing department is demanding so much kind of product. In society also people are demanding, but maintaining quality is also role of you people as a production manager. In production department, people has to do this. If you reduce quality in your product, then definitely sale will reduce drastically, because everybody is expecting quality. And generally, if huge demand is there, certain time people neglect the quality. They think like there is a huge demand, and hook or crook we have to dispatch the product. Don't think about the quality. But friends, as a manager, as a production manager, it's your role to maintain the quality in a product. Nobody else will do. Yes, design department has their done their role, but as production manager in your department, it's your role to maintain the quality of product. Then next one is to reduce the material handling cost. Now these are the very secondary functions, you can say, but having good significance or important thing, it is there in organization. Many time as a production manager, you have to prepare a layout in such a way that material handling will be very less, and unnecessarily handling cost will reduce, and it should happen properly. While handling the material, it should not get damaged. It's your role, right? So you have to suggest, or you have to implement the suitable material handling technique in your organization. Okay, then to advise efficient method of manufacturing, who will workers will listen you and they will start producing. But as a manager, you have to advise your worker to use efficient method of manufacturing. Efficient means where there will be a very less electricity consumption, within less time you can produce, right? Such a methods you have to suggest, and not only suggest, you have to help them to implement. You have to advise them, and even sometime people or operator will also say like this is not efficient. You have to or you have to inform him like how it is efficient. Sometimes worker also oppose to certain manufacturing method, but as you have to advise and you have to take their opinion also, they may think correctly also. Sometimes as they are actually working on shop floor, they know the things. You can advise and just see a response from people how they are saying, and if they accept, then definitely implement such kind of efficient methods, so that definitely there is a benefit to your employees also and to the organization also. Now you will say how there is a benefit to employee. If they use the efficient method, within less cost they will produce the product, and definitely you can say like they have incentives, they have bonus, right? So this is the benefit to their workers only. So like that, so you advise the efficient method and get the production by using such kind of methods. The next one is sourcing of right quality of material at right time. It is very important. You will say like worker will just use the material, they will produce. They will not think like if material is not there, then what to do. They are not worrying, right? So what is their role? Their role is to follow the procedure and produce the job. But as a manager, it's your role to make it available, right material and right quality. There is a huge demand, means you should not purchase very poor quality material. You have to check it. As a manager, suppose you are purchasing certain metal, you have to see the its chemical composition, whether it is, and you have to check it from ISO laboratory. Not only just yes, that person told it is right quality material. As a manager, you have to check the reports. You have to give the samples and you have to check the reports whether that material is according to requirement or not. And you should not believe by looking. You have to check it. Example I am giving a certain material or this metal. Then you can ensure that yes, right material, right quality we have received, and at obviously at right time. If you are not getting material at right time, then your line will stop. The production line will get stopped, and it is a loss to organization. And as a manager, it's your role. As a production manager, it's your role, like right quality material at right time. Then next one is that to improve labor productivity by training workman. What is that? Who will give training? Obviously production manager. So labor productivity is the basic role of production manager. He has to understand that uh, my labor should be productive, right? They should not make the job in such a way that there is a huge rejection. So and as a production manager, you have to train them. It is also your role again, right? Then to build team spirit, motivate worker to improve morale of the workman. As a manager, it's your role motivating the people, because you have to get the work done from them, right? So for that you have to motivate the people, you have to increase the morale of everybody, you have to support them, right? And it's your role. I hope sufficient roles I have told, and you understood like how genuine role it is, right? So as a production manager in your production department, you have huge responsibility, because you are materializing what design department is expecting, right? What organization is expecting. So it your major role it is there, right? So in any role beyond that, anybody thought like yes, असा रोल राहिला अजून एक रोल माझा आहे. So you have to imagine at your place as you are a production manager. And then if you look at that particular role, then you will realize, yes, these are my responsibilities, these are my roles. Anything remain from your side, or you want to add? You put in chat box like yes, sir, this is also my role. If you take responsibility, then definitely you will understand your role, right? येस एनीबडी. अजून कुठला रोल राहिला बरं? जस्ट एक पार्टिसिपेशन. Yes, anybody want to add the things here? Yes, you can put within. Yes, somebody is telling. Shantunu is telling absolute the product which you are manufacturing. Absolute the product which you are manufacturing. So, Shantunu, you can elaborate. So, means sometime making absolute. So, I am not getting what you are telling. You can elaborate, or remaining people, please put anything related to this. अजून काय रोल because this is the major outcome of this particular discussion. Like you should understand what is your role when you will join, and there you will say no, it's not my role. But at this stage, if you will understand, yes, it is my role, it is my responsibility. So I have given sufficient information to you people, and I think you understood this, what things you have to perform in the organization. Yes, anybody else? Okay, so now as we have discussed, I am putting one message in chat box related to MCQ test 3. Please click on that link and write this test, and time being you can put your roll number in chat box, and after putting roll number in chat box you can quit the meeting also, but don't forget to copy link, okay, before leaving. Don't forget to copy link before leaving. Okay, so I think we'll stop here. Please write your test and submit within stipulated time. Okay, thank you.